Hey, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy 10 Toes. Now, a while back I made a video titled, Rappers Who Really Suffer From Addiction. In that video I explained how so many of our favorite artists are in a silent battle with substance abuse behind the scenes. And what's even worse is this is what fuels their music. This is what has helped them get to the level they are at right now. And with where we are in rap music, this has become so normalized and accepted that even if you never took a drug, when you hop on a track, you're obligated to say something like that. Why is it that substance abuse is so deeply embedded in rap music? And we know drugs and music go a lot farther back than just rap, but in this video we're going to be deep diving beneath the surface to understand how drugs became not just a theme in rap, but sadly a defining element for so many artists. Now, for some artists, drugs are a creative gateway, unlocking raw, uninhibited emotion, providing an edge that seems essential in this modern day rap world, and sometimes a shield from the harsh realities of fame and industry pressure. But what y'all need to understand is there is another side, a darker purpose that isn't often talked about. From the artist's perspective, it may be about exploring new dimensions of creativity. But from the label standpoint, drugs are an easy way to manipulate, control, and profit off these people's talents, pushing these artists to self-destruct in what they think is their own creative freedom, but man, they are subconsciously programmed. This culture of glorified substance abuse isn't just about rebellion and fighting your demons. It's about something more complex and layered in the history of rap music itself. I've realized when you look into a lot of these rappers, you'll see that the image they portray and their entire path to substance abuse surprisingly doesn't always start in their neighborhood. This isn't any of their own desires. They might have smoked, they weren't no junkies, they weren't no weirdos, that's the thing. It often began the moment they entered the industry. And the more they're embraced, the more you forget who you truly are. You fought to get somewhere, you're in a vulnerable place. That's when people get taken advantage of if you can't protect yourself. And we see it time and time again, this industry, it has an evil effect on these people. It has a dark undercurrent, one that subtly corrupts the minds of those who step in it. And while you're having these thoughts that you made it and you're finally getting all these likes and all this money that you desired, you will also be wondering inside why you are not fulfilled, why this isn't filling the void. We see it constantly, rappers saying they are more depressed now, they wish they were never famous, they're getting deeper in addiction than they ever were. Nothing of this world can fill the void. Everything external is temporary. The emotions will fluctuate. If you want real fulfillment, you must go within. But these rappers, they don't know that. And they lose themselves trying to play the role. A role that they wish to be for so long. And like I said, this can happen to any of us. But in these rappers' case, when you're in an industry that's just surrounded by low vibrational activity, when you emulate that, you see what happens. These dudes, they drown in addiction, they're depressed, and they live a life that revolves around material possessions. I made a video called When Mirroring Your Favorite Rapper Leads to Destruction. We saw with Juice WRLD, he claimed he looked up to Future when he was a young kid. That's what got him sipping, drinking, popping Adderalls when he was way too young. Well, it's not just Juice WRLD, this is majority of the artists we see, as well as people who aren't artists who are also fans of the work. And it's all because the way it is painted. It's painted in a way to admire these rappers and back in the day rock stars who flaunted the drug use while minimizing the consequences of it. But these are the messengers. Who's painting these narratives? Who's pushing these artists? And we know it's the music labels, creating this illusion of superiority while subconsciously programming people to live as their lower self. That's what the music industry thrives off, its influence, its ability to shape culture and perception. But am I telling you that these labels do this? They promote all these drug habits and all this destruction solely to keep us at our lower self, constantly consuming for the people on top's gain, kind of like social media? Well, there's another part to this, a very important part. The people who own the federal prison system also own the record labels, Vanguard and BlackRock. Think about why that will correlate with pushing drug habits, with pushing the street life, and they get money for every inmate. It almost seems like the record labels assist this federal prison system. And rap since NWA has been planting agendas and desensitizing the masses to this destruction that's planned. I just told y'all how Future and a lot of these other rappers inspired so many of these youngins to start using, but Future himself don't even take drugs. But that's the only way you'll blow up. And Future's a proud puppet who's willing to sell out and push these agendas. And yes, I know he's hard. You need to look past that and realize these rappers are given these millions strictly to serve for these agendas. Everything is about money and control to these people. It's all about the people at the top staying at the top. These rappers are nothing more than puppets, so they can't get out of line. They have somebody controlling them. A lot of artists might not even realize this till a situation occurs where they're forced to see their career is not in their own hands. Like the time NLE Choppa, he said he's done promoting violence, he's strictly making spiritual music. After his tape flopped, man got arrested, mugshot was posted everywhere, had a first day out song come out that was pure street Choppa, and the song went viral. It was perfectly executed by the label, but he came out himself and said he was set up and this was to tarnish his image. You don't realize that going against these agendas, you will have consequences. And when you take everything I just said into account, it makes complete sense why substance abuse is so embedded into rap music. It is not their choice if you're a rapper, it's the program you must follow to succeed. This is what happens when you're in an industry that's no longer organic, it's ran by corrupt businessmen.
Me and people like Rob and myself, he opened doors for me to be on stages like this, because before I wasn't on stages like this. I was on rap stages rapping about, you know, violence and guns. You know, that we get paid to rap about that stuff. They actually pay us more when we rap about more ignorant stuff, so I make sure I even a line and come talk on stages.
Same people who own the labels own the prisons.
Literally the same people?
Literally the same people who own the labels own private prisons. The records that come out are really geared to push people towards that prison industry.
But they didn't make you write those lyrics.
It's not about making somebody write the lyrics. It's about being there as guardrails to make sure certain songs make it through and certain songs don't. You know, some records are made by committee, meaning record company guys sit around and tell the artists, this is hot, say that, do this. We're gonna have this guy write the lyrics. We're gonna have that. You have, you know, the record company pushing the narrative, you know.
If they like your music, they're listening to it over and over and over. It's programming. And they might try some of those things they hear you talk about. I remember I had a conversation with Future one time in the studio, and he said something that I will never forget. And he laughed while he said it. He was like, yeah, you know, people be thinking I do so many, like people be thinking I'm really doing a lot of drugs because I rap about it all the time. But they don't even be knowing I'm a lightweight. I said, in my head. Because there are a lot of people that are huge Future fans, for instance. And that's how they're gonna feel closer to him, because they're doing what they're hearing him rap about. Not knowing that he's not
on it like that.
Not like that, no.
Y'all see it, they are telling you that they have an agenda tied to their name. And they can tell you this because I'm serious, they are not important in the grand scheme of things. They are literally the messengers. But they all told you in different ways. Meek and Ice Cube told you they got agendas tied to their name. And Nicki told you Future lies to all his fans, regardless of what that effect is gonna be, just so he can continue receiving this industry success. It is sad, it's corrupt, and people fall for this illusion that they convey. This unfulfilling lifestyle is not one to be desired. I'm telling y'all, when you're too indulged in this world, you are operating at a low vibration, because this world is filled with things that consume you. I just explained how all these businesses and big corporations, they have malicious intent. Imagine how much other corruption behind the scenes people do just for their own gain that is detrimental to the masses. You need to disconnect from all this propaganda and be able to feel joy within, feel fulfilled within, because you have everything you need with you. It's who you are behind all this propaganda, behind all these worldly concepts that you're attached to that keep you in these mental boxes. That's who you really are. That's who you want to build a relationship with. But hey, it's been your boy 10 Toes. I've been wanting to make a video about how tied together drugs and rap music is for a while now, cause bro, if you hear a beat, you're instantly about to act like you're a junkie. I don't know what's going on, but that's just how it is. It's so ingrained in rap music. We're so used to so many rap artists ODing and being addicts, and it turns out that's what's fueling their music. It's just deep, man. It's deep, and I really do feel that it's the people at the top keeping it this way. If y'all want to hear more deep talks with me, man, check the second channel out. I got a Patreon with industry secrets, which is free right now. And feel free to follow the Instagram, join the Discord. And y'all be smooth, y'all be cool. Most importantly, y'all be patient, man. I'm gonna catch you.